is proving as exciting, tough and unpredictable as one would want for such an occasion. Both Ghana and Nigeria produced the goods, and Messi dragged Argentina across the finish line again. Now here's Mark Haskins to do a wrap of last night's action. Mark, good morning and welcome back to AM News.
Thanks, Kendall.
Mark, before we get too far into it, into the meat of the results. Let's have a look at the results from last night and show up a little graphic for our viewers to be able to see exactly what went down for those that missed the matches. I do know that if you have a look here on the screen, we've got Argentina got a 1-0 to Iran, 2-2 for Ghana and Germany, and a 1-0 win for Nigeria against Bosnia.
Yeah, no, there were some really good matches yesterday, and I think some really good results for Africa.
Right, Mark, now Ghana showed some, let's start with that one. Ghana showed some true class yesterday.
Definitely. I mean, you know, if we said in previous shows that Cameroon kind of let us down as a continent, they didn't put up a good fight. But Ghana, you know, just showed that as an African continent, we can compete with the best in the world. Germany is ranked second in the world. Ghana put on a really gutsy performance. They needed the win, and they showed that they were willing to put their lives on the line to go all out. And it was a great result. The win would have been better, but I think a draw in this case was not a bad result. They put on a really good performance.
Exactly as you said, they really did need to put this match to bed. At one point, I was screaming and shouting at them because Ayu got a break on the left flank, and he went for goal instead of trying to find a cross for the Giants. What did you make of that?
I think, like you say, he did really well to get down the line, and he should have centered it because, you know, Gian was waiting there to finish it off. But maybe the inexperience, he is young, so it's something he definitely would have learned from. So it was a bad decision in the moment, but ultimately I think Ghana put on a brave performance. If you look even at their stats, they got 20 shots and 10 of them on target. So you could see they really wanted it and they were really going all out. Unfortunately, they couldn't hold on when they went 2-1 up. All of us were holding our breath, and so it's just unfortunate.
You know, talking about holding our breath, and unfortunately they couldn't hold on. When he came on as a sub, Miroslav Klose, he scored with his very first touch of the ball. It took him only 112 seconds to score. And he also became, listen to these stats, he also became only the third player in World Cup history to score in 4 different editions of the World Cup. He's equaled the record of 15 goals in World Cups. He's a serial goal scorer, isn't he?
I would say he's a serial goal poacher, because if you look at the goals that he scores, he's not scoring from outside the 18. Most of his goals are one touch, just like he did yesterday. He gets himself into great positions, and he generally just has to toe poke it in, just as it comes off his body sometimes. He doesn't score what I can say is beautiful goals, but he knows how to get himself into great positions, and that's a skill in itself. And so, I mean, when I heard that he was coming on, he's Germany's go-to guy. He didn't play in the first game. They were leading 4-0. They didn't have to bring him on. But when they were 2-1 down, they knew, okay, we need goals. Who do we turn to? Miroslav Klose. And obviously, he showed his quality, coming on, like you say, with his first touch, getting a goal, and now equals Ronaldo's record. And I wouldn't put it beyond him to go to better the record as well.
And actually, we're just talking about Ronaldo, the original Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo, right? So
R9, not CR7.
R9, nice one. Now, we're going to take a couple of tweets from some of our viewers to see what it is that's being said. Neoclis S, that's an interesting name. Esfati, I can't say it. What a day. What a day to be African. Ghana against Nigeria. Oh, the man is African. Oh, nice one. Yep, let's take the next one. Africa Internet. Well done to Ghana. Well done to Nigeria. Yes, absolutely. They did extremely well. Hey. And Mark, the next one is from Swit Salome. Ghana now making it a habit to steal African hearts at the World Cup. Our hopes and dreams with you. Oh, what do you think about these tweets?
I think, obviously, people, it's a breath of fresh air for us, because I think the first week of the World Cup, there were some disappointments. Obviously, Ghana losing to the USA, Nigeria being held to a 0-0 draw by Iran. You know, we expected them to do better, but they've redeemed themselves, and I think they got our hopes up again. And so let's just hope going into their final games that they can, you know, pull it off and make it through to the next round. because I think it would be awesome, because Ivory Coast stand a good chance of going through as well. If we could have 3 teams qualifying for the second round, that would just be brilliant.
And talking about Iran, I mean, they took on Argentina, and they did an incredibly good job at holding Argentina down. In fact, they almost got through to the end with a 0-0 draw. And Iran have only seen their goal breached on one occasion, and that one occasion was last night. Lionel Messi shot a screamer that no goalkeeper could have stopped.
Iran put up a really, really brave performance. It was actually the funny thing, it was, I think, 16 years to the day when Iran actually got their very first World Cup victory against the USA in, I think it was 98. So, I mean, it was a special occasion for them again. And the funny thing is they could have won this game because they held Argentina's attack. They were resilient in defense. They were very organized. And they had their chances because Argentina's goalkeeper actually made quite a few good saves as well. So Iran put up a really good performance, but the brilliance of Messi in the end came shining through.
Now, phenomenal stuff. He's actually, that's his second goal. Very similar, always to the left, and he just curls it and places it, hey?
Messi is phenomenal. He's the best in the world without a doubt. Just the way he was able to pick his spot. He didn't have to go for power or anything. The funny thing, I say with Messi is, he's going to his left, but there's nothing you can do about it. And he just showed his class once again. Yeah.
Now, Mark, before we go to the log standings for the 2 groups that played last night, let's touch a little bit on Nigeria's win last night. It was, look, going into the match, I wasn't sure. It's Bosnia and Herzegovina. They've been very good. They've been very impressive. They put up a really good fight against Argentina in their first match. And but Nigeria got it through.
Exactly. The good thing with Nigeria, they haven't conceded yet in this tournament. It was 0-0 in the first game. Again last night, they didn't concede. And I think Vincent Enyima has a big role to play in that. Of all the African keepers, and goalkeeping is a department where Africa is not known for. But Vincent Enyima is one that can hold his hand up and say he is among the best in the world. I think he won the goalkeeper of the year in France as well. So he's proven himself, and he's played a big role for Nigeria. He made, I think, 2 quality saves off Eden Dzeko. And he kept them in. He made sure that they come away with a victory. So the fact that their defense is held solid and hasn't conceded goals is a big bonus for Nigeria.
Well, congratulations to them. Let's take a look at the group standings for Group F now after last night's matches to see exactly what's going on and what the permutations are. Let's see if we can spend about 30 seconds on that. It's going to come up on the screen just now. Group F: Argentina, Nigeria, Iran, Bosnia and Herzegovina. All 4 have played 2 matches.
Yeah, Argentina have guaranteed their spot in the next round. Nigeria have put themselves in a good position, but they're not quite through yet. Iran played Bosnia in their last game. Iran obviously would want to win that game, and that's why Nigeria need at least a draw against Argentina. If they can draw their game against Argentina, that's good enough to see them go through to the next round.
And let's have a look at the last group, Group G. And see what's happening there. I mean, the Ghana-Germany, what's just a phenomenal game. Yeah, give us a couple of permutations here.
Ghana obviously now need Portugal to do them a favor. The USA have done really well in that if they beat Portugal tonight, they go through. They guarantee their passage, and no one would have expected that from this group. So we need, obviously, for Portugal to beat the USA to give Ghana a chance. If Ghana beat Portugal in their final game, that would send them through.
The calculators are back out again. Oh, man. I really hate this part. I really hate this part.
It's all going to be really exciting going into the last game.
Mark, thank you very much. We'll see you again in the next hour when we do a preview of tonight's action.
Thanks, Kendall.
Phenomenal. All right. Now, key Spanish midfielders, Javi